right, so day one, going back, when the show first was an idea, did you ever think that it was going to make it to this point, to today?
Well, I was a feature writer, so I just assumed it wouldn't get produced. Because you know, the odds are astronomical, and you do the best you can, and you know you have to thread the needle. You know, sometimes it's luck. You can do the best script in the world, but if you don't have the right people in it, or if it's not the right year, or if they have too many procedurals, or if they're looking for something else, it's just not your time. So we know that we have to take advantage when the door opens, and we were just very lucky that year that this is what they were looking for.
Was there a specific move or decision that you look back on and say that was the key ingredient? Is there something that you can peg that was access to all this success?
Well, absolutely. I think the show all starts with the chemistry between Nathan and Stana, and we were really blessed to be able to get Nathan. Nathan was great. He read with 125 different actresses, and we were looking for that ineffable something, that chemistry. And when Stana came in, we found it. Without that, we wouldn't have a show. So that's what, if I could point to one thing, it's that. That's what people tune in to see every week.
And just recently, this season, or at the end of last season, we found out about their romance, finally. So it's 100. So do we need to wait another 100 to get to maybe a marriage or a baby?
We'll see. I think the next step for this couple is figuring out what are they going to do next. I mean, they're together. We've been together about, you know, they're coming up on a year this spring. What are we doing next? You know, what is this relationship? Is this real? Are we taking the next step? You know, how invested are you in me? How invested am I in you? So I think that we'll be wrestling with some of those big questions. And then if the TV gods allow us to stay on the air, hopefully we'll be coming up with twists and turns till the day it ends.
I've been to a lot, and this one has been the most exciting, the most people. This is intense.
Yes, agreed. I don't know what to tell you. This is my first 100th episode party. I've never had this.
As an actor, that's got to feel real good to reach this point.
It is. It is. I was on a soap opera, and they had, I think they're well beyond 10,000 episodes by the time I got there. So 100 episodes it's very new to me. I don't know. This is my first.
Have you done 100 of anything in your life before?
I once ate 100 flapjacks.
Good answer.
Thank you. It was for charity.
This 100, you're taping this week, right? You're shooting this week. Can you describe kind of? I know you're stuck at home. You're hurt. You can't go out, right?
Castle broke his leg. And out of sheer boredom, he's participating in a little bit of voyeurism. He's watching the people in the building across the street, and our episode becomes a bit of a rear window episode.
And so you witness that, and you get up even though you're injured?
I witness a murder, and no one seems to think that I saw what indeed I actually saw. Everyone's got a reason why, a reason not to believe me. So I take matters into my own head.
I mean, 100 episodes. You know, you keep surprising audiences, and they keep coming back for more. What's the secret ingredient? What do you think it is that is making you go past 100?
I think that's a great question. I think Castle is simply easy to like. I think it's an easy show to like.
And likable characters.
Likable characters. We don't take ourselves too seriously. I think it's an easy show to like.
Lastly, I heard that you were the class clown. You're the one that makes everybody laugh. Is that true?
Listen, we fool around, we mess around a lot. Do I do it more than anyone else? I don't think so. I don't think so. I would think I'm pretty serious about my work. I'm so serious about my work. For reals.
Party. I mean, people are loving it, and there's reason for it.
Yeah, it's the 100th episode.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't tell them? Nobody else has talked about that?
What?
You haven't heard it yet?
No, but
what do you want to know? Tell me.
I mean, how excited are you? I mean, have you 100 episodes, did you ever think from day one that you guys would reach this far?
No, man, I'm just like working 1 minute at a time, just step by step. I'm happy though that we're here. It's kind of like, wow, cool, you know, it's a great bookmark and stuff for this show. But when you're in it, you're just focused on the next scene and the next episode and just kind of plugging away, which is nice. Everyone has a really strong work ethic, so I think that's what made it through to 100, right? That was really boring. You want a really interesting answer.
No,
do it again, and I'll be like,
not boring.
no, here, ask me again. I'll give you a really great one. Go.
So,
And action.
how excited are you to be here for this 100th episode celebration?
So excited. I can't tell you. I'm like jumping outside of my skin. So happy. How's that?
She took the mic away from me.
I did. That's how happy I was. Why are we doing this? This is terrible.
I don't know. It's
We're
all
not
right.
doing very
It's all right.
good.
Take 3.
Okay, go. Do it again. And go.
What do you What do you think it is
Yeah.
that has gotten you guys here? You know, everyone has their own reasons, but what do you think? You know, when you go home every
What
day,
did they say? What did they say?
you were there too, right?
What?
You know, they were saying,
This is terrible. Look at what we're doing. Here, watch this. This is how we've been doing this
look at
interview.
that, look at that.
Hi.
We have applications. No, but
Can I work for you guys? On my weekends when I have time off? Not during the week, I'm busy. Do you want to see what I do during the week? Take a peek. Anyway, back to us. So, what did you want to ask me? Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, 100. Wow, I'm lost now.
I know,
So,
I know.
let's talk about this episode though.
Yeah, let's
The
talk.
100th episode.
Yes.
You're shooting it this week. What's the best thing that you can tell us about this? What's the teasiest thing you can tell us?
Casal's broken his leg, and he sees a murder outside of his loft window. And Beckett has to jump between babysitting Castle and taking care of a real murder out there in New York City. How's that? Is that okay? That's
Yeah,
not a very good
that's
teaser.
I like it.
You like it?
So it puts a little.
Wait, there's a car chase and an explosion and there's a love story and it's unrequited. There's more. What else should we have?
Some scandal. I want some scandal.
We have a scandal you should watch.
That's perfect. So I was listening to what they were saying. You were 14 years old when you started this. Wow. So you grew up here.
This is my family. This is my home. It's been incredible. Yeah, I just everything. High school, driving lessons, first boyfriend. I remember Nathan saying, "I have to meet him." And I did. I brought him to set. Nathan met my first boyfriend.
No way.
And my second, and my third, and my fourth.
Oh, wait a minute.
Everyone, they cycle quite a bit, but he's always been there for me. And, you know, he's an awesome sounding board. He's a dad. You know, he's met more of, you know, and been more part of my life than my poor father has. And I have the best dad in the world, but he's so busy and lives back in Texas. So it's great that Nathan took up that mantle, and we really just did have that connection. So it wasn't difficult for either of us, but it takes a very special man to be as congenial and be as great a leader as he is.
Everybody talks about how he is such a good leader, and he is part of the reason why you are at 100 episodes.
He's a huge reason of why we're here. I always tell people, if this was just Nathan playing every part, people would still watch it. Like, it doesn't matter. Nathan's great. We add to it, of course, but he's a light. And you hear about those people, you know, like, oh, they just light up there. They have that thing, and he has that. He has that spark. So we are completely lucky. And of course, I love Firefly and everything he's done. So it's been wonderful working with him.
Lastly, what do you think of the celebration here? The 3D cake?
That's great, and it's an actual script. Like, that's our script pages from 519. We were like reading it and going through it. It's fun. It's fun. But yeah, I definitely got emotional. You know, like you said, growing up here and getting to know all these wonderful people. It's a huge blessing, and I'm not worthy, and I try my hardest every day to be. So, thanks to ABC and Castle. Thank you.
Cool. So, what do you think of this event today? I mean, looking around, seeing this room packed.
I've never seen this many people in a precinct before, and I'm pretty sure we're breaking fire code. That's what I think about it. So that's the practical me who's imagining that. But no, it's amazing. Like, all these people here celebrating something that is very rare in television. So the fact that we're all still ticking and still going at 100 episodes is pretty amazing.
What do you think of that cake? I've never seen a cake like that.
I'm not sure that cake is edible. I see it. It seems like there's a lot of ink on that cake. So I'm going to very cautiously take a small bite and hope that my stomach tolerates it.
100 episodes. not many people can say that they've been on a show that has lasted that long and is continuing.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things that all your friends talk about. It's like, oh, 100 episodes, and you're getting there. And, it means a lot of things. It means syndication. It means the fact that you're part of a very small club of shows that have lasted this long. It's certainly, I hope that in 20 years, I'm getting to work with a young actor who grew up and comes up to me and says something like, I grew up watching Castle. It was my favorite show in my family. We watched it every Monday night. I hope someday that happens to me, because when I get to work with actors like that and I say that to them, first of all, they look at me like, oh my God, you made me feel real old. However, they also go, oh, this is amazing. This is sort of like I'm sharing with somebody. So hopefully that exists out there somewhere.
And lastly, some people out there were sharing their thoughts on why Castle's so successful. Why do you personally think you are here today, the whole cast and crew?
A lot of it is Nathan Fillion, and a lot of it is Andrew Marlowe, our series creator. They set a tone very early on that we can be a mix of comedy, of mystery, of drama, of romance, and we can all coexist in one show, all those elements. So I think we're an old school TV show. We're the shows that I grew up with, in the 80s, where they were a mixture of all of those elements together. And I think the audience went along on the ride with us, and they love it. And I'm so glad I got a chance to be on this show.
Look at that.
Custom. It's a custom champagne flute. Not everybody gets a custom champagne flute. You got to do 100 episodes to get one of these.
I've been to a lot of 100th episode parties.
I haven't. My first one.
How's it feel to?
Well, I feel like one of the luckiest guys in town. It's a rare thing for a show to make it to 100 episodes. It's a rare thing for an actor to be a part of that show. So for me, I feel really lucky and honored, as well as humbled. The fan base that we have has been amazing. They've been with us from day one, and it's continued to grow. And I got to give all my thanks to the fan base first and foremost, and then to my fellow co-stars, all the production staff, the writers, ABC. It's really amazing that we've made it this far, and I'm super humbled that I'm a part of it.
This 100th episode, you're taping it now this week, is that right?
Yeah. We are. We're filming the 100th episode this week. We're, I think, on day 3 today, and so I think it's a pretty special episode. It's a lot of fun. It's a little different than anything we've done. So it's kind of a take on Rear Window, if you remember that old Hitchcock movie. So so it's a lot of fun. We're having a good time with it, and we're all we're all in really good moods because we've made 100 episodes.
I can tell everyone's got a huge smile on their face. It's a big celebration. What is it? What is the key ingredient? Is it the fact that you guys are all like a family, and that therefore transpires through the screen? Like, what is it?
Absolutely. I think one of the most amazing things about this cast and about this crew is that we do feel like a family. We all want to come to work every day. Nobody wants to not come to work. We all really look forward to waking up in the morning or in the afternoon sometimes and coming to work and seeing each other. And because it would be a really dismal existence to come to work and not want to see someone's face. So and I have a feeling that person would not be around anymore. But we just have so much fun. We laugh so much. And we support each other, and that's what you need in life, is that support of a family of coworkers. And so we just love coming to work.
Who makes you laugh the most?
Who makes me laugh the most? It's probably a toss-up between Seamus and Nathan. Seamus doesn't know he's funny, so it's funny just to kind of listen to him and laugh a little bit at what he says, because some crazy things come out of his mouth. And Nathan, he of course tries to be funny. He doesn't have to try too hard, but he definitely wants to make you laugh. So he'll tell you some jokes, some cool things, great stories. He's a great storyteller. So I think it's a toss-up between those two. Depends on what kind of laugh. If I want to have like a really deep guffaw, I will watch Seamus kind of like from afar, like a little fly on the wall, and just watch him do his thing, and he'll make me laugh like where my stomach hurts. And Nathan will make me laugh, with a great bit of insight and funny story, something like that.